Hello, my name is Mickey Davis, and I am the Food Access Specialist at Boulder County Farmers Markets. And in this presentation, I'm going to tell you about our food access programs, their impact on our community, and how you are a critical part of their success. So, why do we have these programs? Before the pandemic, food insecurity or limited access to food affected over 40,000 people in Boulder and Broomfield counties. Another staggering figure, 12% of all children in our counties experienced hunger and food insecurity in 2019. As shocking as these figures are, today it's even worse. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and economic crisis, it's estimated that 3 in 5 Coloradans are food insecure. But combating hunger is not enough. According to the Boulder Trends report published in 2019, our county deals with the same issues that plague the rest of the country. High rates of overweight and obesity, which are health conditions that correlate with diseases like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, and so much more. In 2019, 23% of children and 47% of adults in Boulder County were overweight or obese. Just 13% of children ate the recommended amounts of fruits and vegetables, and as many as 14% of adults ate less than one serving of vegetables per day. So providing access to healthy food is as much a priority as providing access to calories. And as we know, directing food insecure families towards local, sustainable agriculture does so much more than provide folks with healthy food. Farmers market food is fresher, more nutrient dense, and creates a sense of community, connection, and celebration around healthy eating. Our food access programs also substantially contribute to farmers' sales, which help support businesses that are sustaining our soils, our environment, and our local economy. So here, I have a slide that illustrates how these programs work. It all starts with our taxpayers, who contribute to funds housed within the city, county, state, or federal government. Boulder County Farmers Market submits many grant applications, and we're lucky to receive funding from most. This allows BCFM to distribute bucks to families on WIC and SNAP at the farmers market. These families spend their bucks at eligible vendor booths. Vendors turn in these bucks with their fee bags, and finally, BCFM reimburses farmers for the value of the bucks in their bag. Now let's talk about each program in depth. SNAP, formerly known as food stamps, is a federal food assistance program that individuals qualify for based on income. You can see the income qualifications here. The Double Up Food Buck program acts as an incentive for folks to spend their SNAP benefits at the farmers market instead of a convenience store or a big box store. The deal is, for every SNAP dollar a person spends at the farmers market, we will match them $1 in Double Up Food Bucks. It's a pretty sweet deal. The bucks that are issued look like this. The SNAP buck on the left can be spent on almost all food at the farmers market, with the exception of alcohol and prepared food. These bucks cannot be used on non-food items like flowers, skincare, or merchandise. The Double Up buck, pictured on the right, is only good for fresh fruits, vegetables, and food-producing plants. The WIC Farmers Market program is another food access program we operate. Like SNAP, WIC is also a federal program that folks qualify for by being a pregnant, postpartum, or breastfeeding woman with children up to age 5. Income guidelines and nutritional need qualify families. The program offers food vouchers, but also breastfeeding support, formula, and connection to other resources. The Farmers Market WIC program is an additional benefit on top of what families receive through WIC. WIC recipients can receive $20 at each market just by identifying themselves as a Boulder County WIC family. The currencies associated with the WIC program are pictured here. At each market, families receive $5 in WIC bucks on the left, good for meat, cheese, eggs, fruits, and vegetables, and $15 in WIC veggie bucks, good for fruits, vegetables, and food-producing plants. The Farmers Market WIC program is so popular that we've been told by the WIC office that many folks in Boulder County enroll in WIC just to receive the farmers market benefits and shop at your farmers market stands. Some of you may remember this other, much smaller WIC program piloted by the state this past year. This program is run entirely by the state CDPHE office, and WIC families receive a packet of vouchers in the mail which they can spend on fresh fruits and vegetables at BCFM markets and other markets around Colorado. We've requested that the voucher for 2022 be a different color than the one last year. I will be sure to send an email to vendors eligible to accept these bucks when the state office lets me know the buck design for 2022. The next program we'll talk about is the Fruit and Veg program. This program identifies individuals who are food insecure but make just enough money to not qualify for SNAP. These bucks are good for fruits and vegetables and can be redeemed at the farmers market, among other places. Fruit and veg bucks are maroon, pictured here. One is for Longmont Fruit and Veg and the other is for Boulder Fruit and Veg. One thing to note is that these vouchers are issued in $5 denominations, not $1 denominations. Please do not give change for these bucks or any other buck. We have many other food access programs, but we've covered everything that's relevant to market. At the start of each market, my staff will attach an 8.5 by 11-inch sign to each booth at market. This sign will indicate to shoppers which bucks are eligible for your products. Clarity for shoppers helps reduce confusion and thus helps us avoid uncomfortable situations that can create stigma for our food access shoppers. Please make sure this sign is visible to shoppers throughout the market day. Each fee bag will contain one of these slips pictured here to help remind you of which products can be paid for with which currencies. It is imperative that everyone who works for you understands the eligibility of the currencies. You will not be reimbursed for a currency you're not allowed to accept, so please make sure everyone working at your booth is well versed in these stipulations. Other farmers markets and grocery stores in the state have programs that operate in a similar way. Sometimes customers get confused about where they can spend their vouchers, and they try to spend them at BCFM farmers markets. Pictured below are two kinds of bucks that often turn up in return vendor fee bags. Due to the fact that our grants only cover BCFM-run programs, we do not have any funding to reimburse you for bucks turned in from programs run by other organizations. Please make sure you do not accept bucks that are not on your sign. To ensure that everyone is familiar, we have a short quiz for you to take. Every vendor will be required to take this quiz before being allowed to set up at market. You can take it multiple times if you sell a variety of products. I highly encourage you to have all your staff take the quiz. Even if most currencies are not eligible at your booth, it's still so important to know about our food access programs to create a welcoming environment for these valued shoppers. Something as subtle as a confused expression when a customer tries to pay with a voucher can create stigma and shame, and reduce the effectiveness of our efforts. Thanks to your hard work, these food access programs contribute over $600,000 to vendor sales each year and impact thousands of people in our community. We hope to continue to grow these efforts in the years to come. Some takeaway reminders: take the quiz, have your staff take the quiz, only accept currencies you're permitted to accept, currencies are for participant use only, and help us provide a welcoming environment to food access shoppers. If you ever have any questions, I can be reached here. Thank you so much, and see you